Hi Cancer, welcome to my channel. My name is Kem. So today Cancer, I'm going to be doing a love reading for you guys. This is going to be someone's energy to the left and someone else's energy to the right, and we're going to have the collective energy in the middle. So you guys got number 1, listen with your heart. You are listening but need to hear with a loving heart. I feel like this 1 is signifying a beginning, right? A new beginning, I would say, in love, but I feel like it's a challenge, right? With you are listening but need to hear with a loving heart. It's kind of, I don't know, the way that like her eyes are closed and the way she's like listening with a shell, it's kind of reminding me of this vibe of like, it's like you can't really see it, you have to feel it. And that's the whole point of this card, right? It's saying that you might not be able to trust what you see, so like feel what the truth is. Like ask yourself what the truth is and let your heart be the truth, right? Like don't listen, like again, there's something about the way you're seeing it with your eyes and the way like the truth really, what the truth really is. Did you see how her eyes are closed? Like that's what I'm saying. It's like there's something here that's not, it's not clear. Again, I keep getting this thing about clear, and like there's a challenge, right? It's a challenge because it's not very, I'm not gonna say clear again. There's no clarity, right, in the situation. So I feel like the guidance is to just feel with your heart to know what like the truth actually is, right? And they're saying that the seashells represent a good thing that can come through a challenging situation. So again, I feel a challenge. I'm kind of getting like, it's not a 5 energy because again, we got number 1, but because I feel like it could be very clear if you listen with your heart, and this could be kind of like a new beginning in feeling, right? But if you use your eyes and not your senses, like not your heart and not what you feel, then this could be like a 5. I feel like a challenge, right? So that's the vibe that I'm getting with this connection between these two people. It's like, I don't know if outright what you're seeing is what you want to see, but I feel like the energy is there between these two people. So it's more of a go deep and know what they're like, what the feeling is, right? And then that's what the actual truth is, right? So that's what I'm getting for the collective energy. So with this person's energy on this side, they have Sylvanus, right? And Sylvanus speaks about the truth, but with it coming up in reverse, I don't know if it's the energy of this person in particular or if it's the energy around them, but there's like a dishonesty, right? And it could be a dishonesty that this person kind of lies to themselves, right? Like it's again like, yes, maybe around them there's people that are dishonest. Yes, that's what this card could symbolize, but it could also symbolize this person doesn't see the truth. This person themselves like can't see the truth, right? And it's like, it's a foggy energy that they have, right? Because they also got the fawn in reverse, and the fawn in reverse talks about like murky water, like stagnancy, an inability to see clearly. So both of these cards are kind of like a very similar vibe. And it's interesting because we have the 34 and we have the 35. So we have the 7 and then we have the 8 and then we have the 9, right? So again, I feel like with Nihilus the Alchemist coming up at the end, this is like signifying that this person is going to like break through. But for like where this person has been and the energy they're coming from, I feel like, again, a cloudy energy. I feel like they haven't been seeing the truth for a really long time. And I feel like there's a lot of people in this card. I don't know if you guys can see it, but there's a lot of things going on in this card. There's a lot of people. And I feel like the amount of people in this card, it signifies that I think this could be an environmental thing, right? It could be like the people that this person surrounds themselves with. If you notice, like there's a guy holding a mask, but with it coming up in reverse, I feel like it's reminding me of someone who's like purposely taking the mask away from this person, right? So like purposely, there might be people in this person's life that, I mean, they seem to be very selfish, right? Because they seem to be holding the mask, like disabling them from seeing clearly, right? So it could be also just like the fact that when we're close to people, we don't see clearly because like, you know, we love them or they're our family members. So, you know, they're our friends. So we don't see them, I feel like, accurately at times because they're very close to us, right? So we always see them like compassionately. We always see them lovingly, and we don't see them for like the reality of who they really are, right? And I feel like that could also be something at play, like not the fact that these people are dishonest, but the fact that these people the fact that this person on the side can't see the people around them clearly, right? Because there's, I guess, love, right, for these people. Another vibe I'm getting with the amount of people surrounding this person is like, for those that are surrounded by like disingenuous people, it's like, I feel like these people are kind of smiling at the fact that like this person, they're holding the mask, right? And I feel like, again, it's a selfish energy where, again, maybe they don't want this energy to leave them. They use this energy in a type of way. So it's like, it's easier if this person can't see. It's easier if we hold the mask, because then we can, like, you know, not take advantage of this person, but have this person around, right? And that's kind of, again, it's a selfish energy. Like, I want to keep this person around, so I'm going to hold the mask, right? With the fawn in reverse, it talks about murky waters, right? It talks about a stagnant energy, right, in an environment. And it's reminding me again of the same thing we were talking about, but it talks, I feel like it's more internal, right? The environment is not good because the internal is not good. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like the internal always shapes the external. So if the external is shifty, the external is not really loving, the external is selfish, then it kind of feel like it had to come, like, you know, the internal must not be, right? And I feel like that this person could have kind of, I think it coming up 7, 8, it might have been the environment that like shaped this person, because it's not coming up this way, it's coming up this way. But either way, it still kind of talks about the reality that this person has been in, right? Like a constant stagnancy, because there's no internal change, there's no internal shift. So you can't have an external shift in your environment when you're internally not shifting. So that's what's causing like this all to happen, right? With Nellis, the alchemist, coming out right at the very end, the 9, I feel like it's a really important energy, because it kind of signifies the breakthrough, right? The alchemy is all about a transformation, right? And it reminds me that this person is kind of able to see, right? They're able to see a way out. And I feel like, again, with the eyes being closed and listen with your heart, it's like they're seeing a way through, but instinctually, like they're not seeing it with their eyes. They have to feel it. You know what I mean? It's like they don't have the mask to see, right? And everything's foggy, everything's muddy. So how is this person going to form a path through? And it's like they're doing it by their gut instinct, right? They're doing it by like, literally, what's their intuition telling them, right? What's that gut feeling telling them? And I feel like that's what's enabling this person to get through this, right? They have to kind of go through blind, right? Like they have their eyes closed, they have to feel their way through, right? And it's funny because I'm getting this vibe of like this person, let's just say, like I don't know why I'm thinking of this, but it's like this person, they take off their glasses, right? And they put them on the floor, and then like these people come through and they're like, oh, let me help you look for them. Meanwhile, they like go and step on the glasses, right? So then they help this person find it. Like they'll even present the glasses to this person all cracked, and they'll be like, yeah, let's go to the doctor. Like, let me help you out. Like, I'll drive you, whatever. And then they never take this person. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, this person can't drive without their glasses, but like, nah, we're not gonna take them. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna keep giving them like these little tasks, and they're gonna be so busy that they're not gonna be able to like even go get new glasses. And that's like the vibe I'm getting. So this environment that this person is in, like, it really sucks, right? I don't know what else to say. It's terrible energy. But it's also, again, they're going off instinct, right? And I think that's where the alchemy comes in with this person. It's like they're starting to use a part of them that they never used before or had to rely on as heavily as they are now. And you see with like the alchemist, she's kind of all white. It's like a new thing, right? It's like, again, we're getting to that new beginning, and we're transforming. And once we transform, we can't go back, right? So it's like this lesson is going to be with this person forever. And that's why it's like such an important thing, right? Because it's like changing this person forever. It's a transformation forever, and it starts with the inside, right? And it's going to affect them in the external environment, right? So yeah, it's just a really beautiful like ending, I want to say, and beginning, because this person is learning to use their instincts, and they're learning to go by their feelings. And it's like someone smiling in my face, but they don't really have good intentions for me, and that's a really valuable lesson, right? And it's it's unfortunate for this person, but again, I think it has a lot to do with who this person was, and like, again, their inner was like their outer reflects their inner, and their inner might not have been, you know, maybe this person was dishonest, and I think it had a lot to do with being dishonest to themselves. I feel like they lied a lot to themselves about certain things and certain people, and I think that's why the instincts are so important, because I feel like this person is very strong, like mentally, and they can like change their reality like easily. So for them, it's a lot about the way that they think, and I feel like if they're lying to themselves about people and situations, then, you know, they're doing themselves a disservice, right? So it's like they're coming in to like not even let this person think and use their mind. They're like, you know what, you're gonna have to go off your gut instinct now. And I really like that. So now we have this person's energy, and I feel like with this person, number 36, they're also at a 9, right? So we have kind of this, you know, this, and their wings look the same too. It's very similar. So it's like these two people, I want to say they're about to get to that 1, right? Because we have 9 and 9. But with Spirit Dancer, you see how like she's not really looking. Again, there's something here about not seeing and being able to move anyway, and that's what I feel like she's doing. I feel like this person understands that, you know, like they have to just keep moving even though they can't really see what's coming for them, right? It's like, I have no idea what's coming. I don't know like what the hell's coming, but I have to keep going, right? And with undressing of a salad, it's, you know, this card speaks about dropping the ball, right? And always knowing that the ball is going to drop and that you're going to have to like pick yourself up. You're going to have to pick up the ball. You know what I mean? But it's like inevitable for the ball to drop, right? And a wise person knows, right, that the ball will always drop, and they don't really try, like, yeah, they try as hard as they can, but once it's time to fall, it falls, and then that's it, right? You have to like kind of pick yourself up after the fact. And that's kind of the vibe I'm getting with Spirit Dancer. It's like this person has learned that's like maybe the unpredictability of life, right? Like the fact that like plans kind of didn't go according to plan, right? And things didn't go according to the way they thought it was. And again, it's like the ball is going to drop, and you either like learn to accept that fact or you fight against it, right? And I feel like the ball dropping, I think for this person could have been like with unity in reverse, like the fact that this union maybe didn't happen, the fact that like maybe this person left, the fact that these two people haven't like been in, like I feel like these two people are not together, right? So it's like, again, having to move without seeing. I don't think this person planned on this happening, like this person not being around. And I feel like that's kind of the ball dropping on them, right? Like, again, like life's unpredictability, right? And I feel like this is a cycle for this person where they have to learn to like rely on themselves. They have to like know the fact that they're on their own. And I feel like they were kind of expecting this person to show back up in kind of like a hero kind of fashion, right? And like, and it's not, you know, it is what it is. Like, I think we all have these ideas of someone coming to help us out, not save us necessarily, but be there, right, to support us. And I mean, if sometimes it's just you on your own, like I feel like this person on this side has been alone for a while, right? Like this person is working alone, but again, they're not really alone because they have spirit. I mean, they're a Spirit Dancer. I feel like they're definitely being aided, but it's just not on the 3D kind of how this person is. But again, this person has like really the people around this person aren't even like helping them out. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like maybe this person has freed themselves of disingenuous people and they're just like on their own. And it's like, you know, I'd rather be alone than be with people that, you know, aren't really here to help me out. And I feel like, again, the fact that this unity didn't happen, this caused like a huge, you know, I think it's like a disillusionment, right? It's like when you, it's like, I feel like when you don't, again, it's like the ball dropping, but it's like, I don't know, it's like 2 balls dropping or 3. It's a lot, right? It was a lot for this person. And I feel like they might have tried to hold it up for as long as they could, but it just like wasn't happening. So they just had to learn to like let it go, right? And maybe this person relied again on like others for their happiness. They relied a lot on like other people to help them. And now it's kind of learning to like work with spirit and to kind of be alone. And I think, again, dropping the ball, like dropping, maybe they were the ones that dropped this ball, you know, or maybe this person, the other person did, and this person it was a surprise to this person, right? It was like a disillusionment. It was like a terrible thing to happen to this person. But I feel like this person also understood like instinctually that the only way to move on was to like move forward, right, without this person, right? There's something else about like using their instincts. Like, again, I don't think anything was being planned by this person, but they have to just go with the flow, right? So it's like another lesson on instincts. It's like these two people are learning how to use their gut to like use their instincts, right? And I feel like it's just a beautiful thing that these two people are, again, I feel like last time I did a love reading, it was similar energy. Like two people were learning the same thing at the same time. It was something like that. I think these two people, they're learning different lessons, but with both of them having the 9 and both of them having to use their gut, maybe that's the last key to this, like using their gut to move forward towards one another. But yeah, it's funny how we have like 9 and 9, right? And I feel like a lot of feminine energy coming from the spirit dancer. I feel a lot of like this card talks about creativity, so maybe this is the feminine energy, but I feel like this person is learning to create by themselves, right? Again, it's like this by themselves. They're never truly alone, but I feel like on the 3D, they're doing it sort of alone, right? It's like the only person I can like, again, rely on is myself, and I have to learn that, right? But I think another beautiful thing though about being alone is that this person is free, right? Like this person is free to do whatever they want to do. They're free to like literally do anything because they're like, they have no one else to kind of like, you know what I mean? They're like on their own, right? So it's like, it's whatever they want. Whereas I feel like this person is in the opposite energy where it's like people are all around them and they can't really do whatever they want to do because they've always had someone watching. They've always had like someone restricting them, I feel. So it's like they never can like really move freely. So I feel like this person is going to learn to kind of move away from that energy. But this person, I feel like that's what's caused like the murky water, right? The stagnant energy, the fact that like they can't move freely, right? There's like people around the environment that they're in. Maybe they're like, oh, I don't want people to see me in this sort of way, like an ego thing. And yeah, I think, again, there's these lessons that these people are learning to, you know, that I feel like are going to create this ending, right, with the 9 and the 9, and then we're going to lead to like this 10 and then this 1, right? So let's pull some more cards and see what this person needs, what this person needs, and what they both need. I feel like this person needs to, it's not like what they need from this person, but I feel like it's what they need for themselves to continue. I feel like this person needs to, it's not like pick a side, but with the 2 of coins, the story is about how there was this like maiden who was cursing bears, right? And like she was in the forest, she stepped in like bear shit and she started cursing bears. She was like, I hate bears, I hope all bears die, like all this whatever. So this bear like turned himself into a prince and married her, right? And she had 2 kids and they were able to turn into like bears, or they could turn into humans. They could be like one or the other. So again, we have this like similar vibe of like transformation, right? Alchemy. Like there's something here about transforming, right? In the story, they're able to transform back and forth, back and forth. But what happens one day is that her family comes looking for her and they end up killing her husband, right? And he tells her, you know, take the kids, like go, whatever. So the kids end up living as humans, right? And no one really knows that they're actually like can turn into bears. And these kids wait till their mom dies and like they leave the kingdom and like remain as bears forever, right? Like they never felt comfortable being human. And it's kind of, there's something in this story about like transformation, right? It's like I feel like this person puts on a facade, right? It's like I feel like they're the kids, right, who like never feel comfortable in a certain situation and they're like waiting for something to happen or something to change for like them to be able to be their actual selves and like go forward, right? And it's like they're like like maybe the waiting is over because there's something that has transformed and it's something within them, right? Like the thing that has changed, the death like that took place was within them. Because with Neelis the alchemist, it's like it's always talking about how there's an inner transformation, right? So I feel like this person, what they need is like to I don't know if it's like pick a side, but I feel like it's that the transformation has to take place for them to understand like which side they want to take, like to be in, and it's like who they naturally are, like who they actually are in real life, like being who they actually are and not like the facade. I feel like there's a lot of like facade here, right? It's like who the environment wants them to be and who like they actually are, right? So this transformation is happening within. And I feel like what this person needs is it's not like pick a side, but it's kind of like, you know, again, it has to do with like, I feel like this has to do with like being who they really are, right? Like being their true selves and like maybe getting out of this environment, to be really honest, because at the end of the story, the two brothers leave the kingdom and they go into the nature because they feel better being bears. Like they never felt comfortable being humans. And it's like, that's kind of how I feel like what this person has to do. It's like not being afraid to be who they truly are, right? And transforming into that person that they truly are, and then going forward in like that dignity, like, yeah, I'm a bear, but that's who I am, right? Like that's what I feel most comfortable in, right? So that's what I feel like this person needs. So I feel like for this person, this judgment card, I feel like what I keep getting is like this person needs to learn how to kind of forgive this other person, right? And I feel like this could also be the feminine, because I have the lotus here, and that always reminds me of the divine feminine. So I could be talking to the feminine about like learning how to forgive, learning how to like complete a cycle, right? Because like judgment, it's a 20, right? It's like 10-10, it's the end, right? And you have another 1 and you have a 1. So it's like, again, for this to kind of happen again, like for this to begin, there has to be like an ending, right? And I feel like the ending has to do with, yes, this person is going through a lot of lessons and learning a lot, but I feel like what's really important is like forgiveness for this person, right? Like to learn to forgive this other person, right? For maybe not being like their true selves, right? Like maybe not showing who they really were, and maybe pretending like this person didn't exist, maybe pretending like this person didn't really matter. And meanwhile, like it was a facade, right? Like put on for, it was like an act, right? Again, they put on for their environment, but it wasn't like true. So that's what I feel like this person needs. And what they both need, what the collective energy is the 7 of Wands. So this story talks about like perseverance, right? The story is about John Henry, who, you know, he wouldn't stop. He like raced against the machine, right? He's like, I can beat the machine. And he ended up beating the machine. So it's kind of reminding me of like this vibe of like never giving up, right? Like never, again, I feel like the only way that these two can come together is if they decide again to fight for one another. They decide like, again, that it's like worth my time. It's worth, you know, my energy, and I'm gonna pursue it, right? So that's what I feel like both of these people need. It's like courage, and it's like also perseverance, right? Perseverance to continue. And I feel like, again, it's fighting for what you believe in. This person fought for themselves, right? But it's like, I guess for these two people, it's like, will you fight for this love, right? Because I think this is the feminine energy. It's like, will you be able to forgive this person and fight for them even though they like might have done you wrong? And for this person, it's like, will you fight to actually be yourself? And your true self, like, I feel like longs for another person that maybe your environment, I feel like is opposed to the person that you might love. So it's like, will you fight for that person? Because that's who you are within, and that's who you like, this is a person you feel like you truly belong with, right? So yeah, that's what I'm getting with the 7 of Wands. So let's pull some advice. So you guys have number 10, and I love how it's like a 1. You know what I mean? Like the beginning, right? The ending in the beginning. The abundant universe will provide. Like the energy of the buffalo is trying to tell these people that it's a powerful time to like manifest what you want, because the universe is going to provide exactly what you want, right? And I feel like this is kind of talking about miracles, right? And that they can help you with whatever it is that you actually desire, right? If you put like the manifestation out there and you have like, you know, you're grateful for what it could be provided. And I feel like for both of these people, they might not be like trusting 100% that this could happen again, or trusting that this person would come back, or like, again, I feel like this person is not trusting this person could forgive, and this person's not trusting this person can be themselves. So it's, again, it's something about trust, right? It's something about like, can you trust in, I think it should go like that, right? Like, can you trust in this other person, right? I feel like like knowing that they will provide, just like you know that the universe will provide for you, and like just how you trust in the universe providing. I feel like that's the first step. So like first you have to trust the universe will provide, and two, it's like, can you trust this other person? I feel like they go hand in hand. If you can trust that the universe will provide for you, then I feel like you have to believe that this person, you know, if it's meant for you, it's meant for you. And it's kind of like going with the flow, not pushing anything, just seeing how like things work out. But again, there's obviously a connection here that might have like, you know, something might have happened, but again, there has to be trust again. And I feel like once these two people are able to trust again, right, it's like then things will work out, because I feel like both of these people are willing to kind of put the work back in. But again, it's like it has to do with trust, right? So yeah, Cancer, I hope this reading helps you guys. I love you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.